So Darian was sleeping with Kai at the condo? Not the condo. Like, y'all, what's really going on? Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kamira and this is my review for Putaringonit Season 2, Episode 4. It's titled Sabotage. You guys, I still have questions from last episode. Like, my biggest question was, like, did Kai and Darian just meet on this show? Like, did they meet before the show? Like, they seem like it's too much, like, history and, like, too comfortable for me. Like, what's really going on? And you guys, I know we watch these shows for, like, entertainment purposes because, like, I mean, it ain't my life, so I'm gonna talk about, what's going on with you over there. But, like, this episode was kind of sad. I really did, feel for Alexia. Again, I kind of like all of the, like, cast members separately, but not, like, in their couple, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review. It picks up where it left off last time. With Darian and Kai at the restaurant having their conversation, this closure conversation. So apparently after their 4th date, Darian and Kai had sex at the condo. I was just like, the condo? Like, that's y'all place together though, right? Like, you and Alexia's place together. Like, man, disrespectful. He said, yeah, I cheated, but that night reminded me of how good of a woman I have. Negro, please. Because what woman gonna say, oh yeah, you sleeping with somebody reminded you of me? Oh, it's okay. Let's go. Let's go get married. What? Like, no, that does not happen. What woman would say, okay, put a ring on the still? Like, I don't get that. So Kai was like, what about my feelings? And okay, I have mixed feelings because I know the dates are told, like, they're told to kind of like try to, take them from their person, and I guess, or help them decide. I don't really know, because it seemed like Kai had a battery in her back on day 1. She seemed like she was on 10 on the first date. But anyway, she talks about how it's been 10 days and, he apologized. But then she said the second night at the condo, when you was in a doghouse, and I was just like, what? I'm wondering, did Kai reach out to production and say she slept with him? Because it don't really seem like he would have said anything. But when she said it in front of cameras, oh, they gonna roll with it. So I'm just like, look at Darian over there like, what his face was. I'm sorry. But okay, anyway. She said, what happened to, well, my condo is your condo. The condo that Alexia probably is helping you pay for is her condo too. Like, Darian is all the way out of pocket. He say he letting the condo go. Why? You gonna need somewhere to stay, right? After Alexia's kick your butt out, right? I mean, she said you were using me. And he said, I thought, okay, I'm not even trying to, like, diagnose anybody. I am an educator, not a psychologist or psychiatrist. But he kind of do seem like a narcissist. And it came out more a little bit later. But anyway, he said, I thought you wanted to ease my pain, make me feel better. Making it about who? About him. I was just like, what? She says, I wanted you. And I thought you wanted me. Why would she think that, Darian? Why would Kai think you wanted her? Anyway, he say, you knew what it was. And she said, but yeah, and you knew too. You signed up for this show. He says, feelings change. But like, what made the feelings change? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Because like, how do sleeping with somebody make you realize like you want to be with your girlfriend? I do not, like, I don't understand. But anyway, Kai says, well, did you tell her? Let's call her together. I was just like, girl, what? What you mean? No, he lived with this girl. Like, what do you mean call her together? No. Like, they seem too comfortable for me still. Anyway, he says, I'm not going to embarrass her like that. Darian, baby, you've already embarrassed Alexia. And Kai said, you've already embarrassed her. You gonna still put a ring on it? He was like, you know, that's the plan. Like, you really think this girl would still be with you? And Kai said, you know, it's probably not worth my time anyway. I mean, but you was finding time to meet with him. You was finding time to, you knew when he wasn't around Alexia, and you made time then. Like, the whole thing is a little bit shaky. It's a little bit cloudy. I don't dislike Kai because she don't owe Alexia anything. Darian does. But like, I'm looking at all them sideways at this point. But anyway, she said, okay, let's hold hands. She says, I wish you the best. I enjoyed my time with you. I wish it would have been a little bit longer, but you made your decision and I respect it. I got closure. She said, good luck to you. And honestly, I can't be mad at it. If they told her to go after him the way she did it. If she told, I mean, honestly, she did kind of sort of what the show was intended to do. So you can't really be mad at Kai. I'm mad at Darian though. But anyway, okay. In the next scene, we see Laronda's second date with Derek. Long story short, he wants to be married. She wants someone on the same page as her when it comes to a list of different things. And right now, her and Sean are just not there. She said that Derek seemed more mature than Sean. I mean, yeah. But they get into the whole thing about like ultimatums and stuff because she was just like, you know, she wants these things, but like she don't want to pressure Sean. Her date said, well, why not? He that sensitive where he couldn't really handle like the pressure of everything. And basically, no. We've seen Sean like, no. But anyway, they have some courthouse jokes about like going to get married or whatever, and it was a good vibe. That's kind of all I had from their date. Next scene, we're at Jessica and Eric's house, and I was watching the ladies first panel with like Bundy Blue, Jay Lee, and Jamie and Niecy, and one of them said that she may be pregnant now. Jessica, like they had her her Instagram pulled up and said she may be pregnant now, so I really don't know. Eric, they talk about their vision of marriage. Eric says that, you know, it's kind of coming from scratch because he does not have examples of marriage, and that's very, very common. Unfortunately, like in a black household, you don't really see too many examples of marriage. Okay, apparently, like, Eric missed Mother's Day. Like, I don't know what he had to do. It wasn't really like clear to me. She thinks that she's settling, she deserves more. We find out more about Jessica. She was adopted at a very young age, and she does not have a relationship with her biological mom. And so, like, him kind of not acknowledging her on Mother's Day kind of brought up some abandonment things she had already kind of, you know, lingering under the surface. But, like, Eric, what do you mean you tried to call or text? She in your same household. I don't understand, like, that whole thing. But they discussed their marriage in like a mission statement. They still were not on the same page in my opinion, but anyway, they discussed kids. He wants a bigger family. She was just like, we should be married first. I already got 2 kids. What were you doing here? People are saying she's pregnant online, but like, I mean, let her announce her own pregnancy. Like, she's not ready for another baby. And then Eric was just like, well, don't let the doorknob hit you. Will the good Lord split you? And I was just like, you're gonna have such disregard for her if she don't want to have a baby? Like, no, you're talking more about the baby. Like, you get more excited talking about the baby possibility than like the marriage. So like, anyway, next we see Alexia meeting with Dr. Nicole. She says she has not seen Darian since she told him to get out. He did come clean with her, but again, if Kai had not said that on camera, you know, I kind of wonder how it would have went. But anyway, she said she's not good. You know, the closure meeting, they had sex at the condo, and she's been in my bed. That's what I'm just like, Darian, like, bro, that is so disrespectful. Like, I just don't understand. But she said she has had suspicions in the past, but like not proof. And she can't believe he did this. She didn't really want to accept that he could have been cheating all along. I'm just like, Alexia, if you had suspicions like before, he probably was doing it before. But like right now, it's on such a bigger scale. It's on film. It's on camera. It's a national show. It could be international. I don't know. But like, yeah, he had no regard for you. Like, She says we all have that one person that we're stupid over. And she didn't lie. She didn't lie. I have one ex that I would take back in a heartbeat. And I ain't lying. But okay, it ain't about me. She says, I thought he was my best friend. Like, not only was he my partner, he's supposed to be her best friend. Dr. Nicole talks about how, you know, the kids will build a block or build like a sand castle, but knock it down. Build it again, knock it down. Build it a little bit bigger, knock it down. Basically saying that Darian may be like sabotaging what they have right now. She says, it's never about me. Alexia, why not? Like, why not make that a requirement? Like, why is it not about you? Why is it all about what Darian wants, what Darian needs? Like, girl. Anyway, Dr. Nicole says, well, is that the best thing for you? She says, no, but I love him. You can still love him. Even if y'all break up, you can still love him. Being in love and loving somebody is two different things. And it seems like they both love each other or have love for each other, but are not in love with each other. And honestly, I don't think any of the couples are just so in love, to be 100% honest, but that's my opinion. She says for those, I guess, 15 days, it's probably more like 10 because Kai said they had not talked in 10 days and they had had sex 10 days ago. So they were on a high. Probably because he knew what he had done and he felt guilty. I mean, call a spade a spade. He felt guilty. He wasn't doing it out of just pure love and care for you, because if that was the case, why sleep with this girl? But anyway, she said she feels hurt and broken, and that's really like, that sucks. Like, that sucks. Dr. Nicole says it's not about him. What are you trying hard to not see? Basically, the cheating, and that he may not be the one. She says that I'm the one that wants a family, but he already has that with them 3 other kids. And I was just like, yeah, Alexia, yeah, yes. It's like, you know how you really feel, but like, you love him and you trying to make it work, but like, you know the truth. You just like convince yourself that like, oh, he'll change, or like, oh, we'll still get married, or oh, whatever, you know. So like, she's not dumb by a long shot. She's getting it. She's probably needed this process to really get it. But anyway, she says, Dr. Nicole says, well, you love Darian and Darian loved Darian. Who loving on Alexia? She said, I love myself, but. What do you mean, but? But him. But it's time invested in him. No, I love myself And not I love myself, but anyway, Dr. Nicole says, well, if he's sabotaging this, you know, what is the end goal? Like, what happens to Alexia? She wants to work on herself, and she said, I'd be stupid if I stay, but it's a lot of time. No. I'd be stupid if I stay. Period. There's no but. Just period. Anyway, next we see a quick scene with Laronda and Sean discussing marriage, kids, and what it looks like. They both want a destination wedding, but like they kind of disagree on the number of guests, the number of groomsmen and bridesmaids, and like the size of the wedding. They discuss 7 kids. I'm just like, 7 kids. Baby, Sean, where you work? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not nice. But like, I mean, that's a real question. Anyway, they discuss divorce, and he says like it depends, and she was just like it shouldn't really be an option. And that was pretty much it. Next we see Jessica's 3rd date with Sean. Not a whole lot here. They went skydiving. Looks fun. He fell. I put LOL because he did. They discussed, you know, this being the best date of his life. And I was just like, Sean, you must not get out much. But okay. And he says that sometimes he forgets she has a boyfriend. I mean, maybe she does too. But anyway, she claims she can see them together. I don't believe it. Next we see Alexia seeing Dr. Nicole with Darian. She wants to hear what he has to say. But okay, but then like he said that she wasn't answering his call, so like, I mean, maybe it had to be on film, I don't know. He says he needs to mend things because he has too much invested. I don't understand this, you guys, like, because you knew, like, maybe you on a TV show, like, even, like, you couldn't wait till it was over, like, I mean, how many couples from last season are still together? I don't even know about Tamika and Vince. But anyway, okay, I'm sorry. Dr. Nicole was just like, what did you think he was going to look like? You thought she was going to be like, you say, I'm sorry. She was going to be like, okay, just come on. Just be in the dog. I go to the condo. Girl, I'm getting that man to that condo, child. But anyway, she said I was going to tell her eventually after he got rid of the condo. Alexia was like, if she wouldn't have said it on camera, you wouldn't have told me. Would have been married, and I wouldn't have never known. I'm just like, Alexia, this was not the first time he cheated. I do not feel like this was the first time he cheated. But okay, I have so many thoughts. She says she feels like her best friend died, and I'm just like, man, like she really looked genuinely hurt. Like the whole I fight for us more than you do. I want Alexia to fight for her, like herself, and not for her and Darian. He's a grown man with 3 kids. She says, why did you have sex with her? He said it was a stress reliever till the next day. That's it. They have vitamins. I just took one not too long ago. A stress relief vitamin. They have teas that say stress relief. I mean, anyway, Dr. Nicole says there's a disconnect with you, Darian, because you're not understanding that your actions have consequences. And he doesn't, because she probably has never really given him a consequence. She's never been embarrassed like this. Like, he had 3 kids on her. It wasn't on TV. It wasn't national. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't this type of embarrassment for her. Yeah. Alexia says, I thought there was progress, but obviously I'm not the person you want to be with for the rest of your life. You're right. No, you're not. It ain't Kai either, but it's definitely not you. Anyway, she says, you have been selfish enough. I need to worry about myself. He says, I still want to be involved with her. What does that mean, involved with her? Dr. Nicole says, well, yeah, that's y'all pattern. That's what y'all do. you cheat, not cheat, I'm not gonna, because it may be, I don't know. But y'all, you may cheat or mess up, you apologize, y'all back in the circle. Round and round. She says, try not to sabotage what you have built. And anything you want to say, Darian? He says, I'm sorry. I'm lonely out there. I'm ready to come home. I know it's not about me, but bruh. I know it's not about me, but I'm gonna make it about me. Child, I'm sorry. Dr. Nicole says, that's enough for now. That's enough for now. He says, I have to leave here and not go home with her. Yeah. Yeah, you do. That's called a consequence. It is. He said it always works out in my favor. And at this time, he started to like tear up a little bit. And I was not buying it. And I noticed that Alexia had, like, she cared. Okay. In this moment, it seemed like she really had more care for him than she had for herself, than he had for her, because he started tearing up, but the whole time she was tearing up. Did he offer her tissue, wipe her tears? No, I didn't see it. But when he got emotional a little bit, child, she was like wiping his tears. Girl, I was just like, girl, She said that's the first time she's seen him tear up. Okay, and my question was, well, how many times, Alexia, has he seen you tear up? This could not have been the first time. Anyway, I wrote down, was this manipulation? His whole, like, oh, I'm scared to lose you. Yeah, I love you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. When you was mid-stroke, were you sorry? I'm just saying, okay. Anyway, they get into the whole, like, back and forth. Alexia says what he did was unacceptable, but, there goes that but. She says, I'm glad I went through this, even if it's just to help him or better him. Why is the focus still on Darian? Why is it not you going through this and it has bettered you? But okay. She says, I love you, Darian. I will always love you. And I believe that. I do. Hopefully from a distance, but I believe it. You know, Dr. Nicole goes to this whole thing. Don't sabotage yourself, basically. Next, we see all the couples without Darian. We see Alexia there by herself. She wanted to, like, talk to the group. It does seem like they have kind of built a bond, a relationship, a friendship, you know, outside of Darian, honestly. She lets them know that at the closure meeting, it came out that he had sex with Kai and that she did not want to continue this process with him. She says, you know what? I know I'm a boss and I don't want to continue with him. I'm going to put myself first and find my peace. And I was just like, okay, by the time you bossed up on him, like, girl, stop letting this man drag you. Yeah, girl, be the boss. Be a boss. Dr. Nicole says, you know what? I want to congratulate you. And they go through all of that. She said if they had not met up and it been on camera, basically, she wouldn't have known. She would have been married somewhere with a child, somewhere pregnant, finding out this man had slept with that girl. Dr. Nicole says, you know what? I'm sad but happy, you know, you found clarity. She says, can I hug you? Alexia says, I'm over him, and the dramatic, all the like he did so many. And I watch Courtney and Eddie's channel, so he kind of be Mr. Eddie be like imitating what Darian be doing. He be going through the motions trying to talk. But anyway, she says she's nervous and excited, but you know, she say her goodbyes. Then they kind of want to get into the other couples that are left. You know, Eric and Jessica, Laronda and Sean, to talk about, you know, their journey and continuing. This episode 8, so they probably got like 2 more to the finale. But Laronda and Sean go through their whole 7 kids thing, destination wedding, and talk about divorce. Dr. Nicole had a good point. She says what you focus on grows. We get into Jessica and Eric talking about how they wrote their mission statement, and he wants a baby boy and she wants marriage and then the baby. They discuss the whole Mother's Day debacle. He says, I tried, but time. Wait, but isn't like Mother's Day on Sunday? Does he play football right now? I'm confused. There was no call, no text. Was he with like his mother? Where was he? She got emotional. She says he failed me. They kind of cut it right there. Next episode, we see massages with Laronda and Eric. They getting a little close. And I'm just like, wait, is she naked under that robe? Like, y'all crossing the line. Alexia is talking to the girls. It looks like she's at her and Darian's house still, though, talking about, what has been happening. We talk about Sean and his dad, and they have to have a conversation soon about, things that Sean has issues with. And we see Eric talking about issues that he has with his mom, with Jessica. So, yeah, this was a, I don't know. I definitely kind of felt sad for Alexia. I feel like, I don't trust Darian, and like, girl, because again, I'm always wondering, like, when was this filmed? Because, okay, on my last video, when I put the screenshot of Darian from that live with Brittany Bloom, somebody was just like, when was this taken? So I had to like find the picture, and the date on the picture was July 15th of the live. So I'm just like, when was this show filmed? I know the reunion was on July 15th. So, because she was saying that, long story, but, yeah, I still have questions, but I hope Alexia, has stuck by her decision to choose herself and not go back to Darian. It's weird, like, watching her on different lives and stuff. She'll just say, keep watching without providing, like, anything else, basically. I guess she was trying to say, like, before you, like, judge her too hard, watch the show. So, yeah, that's that. But anyway, you guys, that was the end of my review. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one.